So about a year after starting to attend C3, we felt like we were in a place where we wanted to start growing our family. We knew that was something that God had placed on our hearts to be parents. There was like this slight fear in the back of my mind because when I was a bit younger, dealing with some health stuff, a doctor once said, you know, when you're trying to have kids, there's a possibility that it could be challenging. We weren't getting pregnant, and month after month, we're kind of just facing disappointment. I went to a Her event where Pastor Jess made an altar call at the end for women who were trying to conceive, to have babies, or were having challenges to do that. I felt like God was just like directly speaking to me. But I was really nervous in that moment. I came with friends. I hadn't really talked to anyone about what we were going through. It was kind of something that we had just kind of kept between us. But I knew in that moment that it was important for me to just step out in faith. So I took a step of faith out into the altar, and amazing women from our C3 community prayed for me. And I just felt like God's presence in that moment. And I just felt so much peace.
So the very next day, we were at church, and Pastor Joey was preaching about faith, and something caught me off guard in that service, and I just, in the same moment, had a vision where I just saw a boy in my head. He had blonde hair, which was kind of weird because I don't have really that blonde hair, and I was throwing the ball with him and playing with him. And then only later did I find out that she had this experience at Her.
We just were believing that those were ways that God was speaking to us, and that he was really gonna do this, and he was gonna help us to build our family. So then a month exactly to the day after Her, we actually found out that I was pregnant. And it ended up being a little boy a year later when we did have our son. Even though it was a challenging journey for us, I am thankful that it allowed God to speak in our lives. There was like space for God to move.
And also just for us to bring that stuff to him, as opposed to feeling like it's too much to ask, or to be afraid to ask because maybe we won't get the answer we want. So like just to have that courage to believe that he's a good father, and we can ask him.